Jeff Beck, Alex Lifeson, Muddy Waters, Andy Summers, and Keith Richards. What do all these men have in common? Aside from leaving a mark on the music world, they have all used Leo Fender's shining creation, the Fender Telecaster. Originally introduced to the world in 1950 as the Fender Esquire, what we now know as the Fender Telecaster was the world's first commercially available, mass-produced, solid-body electric guitar. Between the years of 1932 and 1945, various homegrown inventors and tinkerers and many world-renowned guitar companies were looking for ways to amplify and project their semi-acoustic, Hawaiian-style lap steel guitars and mandolins. Leo Fender, being one of these tinkers himself, was working on a radio to amplify his semi-acoustic guitar. In 1943, Leo Fender's partner, Clayton Orr Kaufman, built a guitar at home out of a solid piece of wood, using transistors, capacitors, and magnets, was able to amplify the sound of his guitar through one of Leo Fender's radios. And this intrigued Leo Fender, and by 1948, Leo Fender had created the first prototype of the Fender Telecaster. Originally introduced in 1950 as the Fender Esquire, there were many manufacturing flaws that halted production of the guitar to only 50 models. But by the end of 1950, Leo Fender had re-released the guitar as a Fender Broadcaster. At the beginning of 1951, Gretsch Music Incorporated sued Fender Guitars because Gretsch themselves had already trademarked the name Broadcaster with the K for one of their drum kits. Between the years of 1950 and the summer of 1951, Fender continued to release this guitar with no name. That period of guitars is what collectors now know as the Fender Nocaster. After searching for a name and drawing inspiration from his love for television and radio, by the summer of 1951, Leo Fender had re-released the guitar as the Telecaster, or as we call it, the Tele. There are many notable differences that make the Telecaster different from other guitars of the era. While many major companies were using luthiers and handcrafting and hand-shaping their guitars, Leo Fender went for a more modern, industrial method to his. He used a conveyor belt and assembly line to mass-produce his guitars. The result of this left a notable notch in the body. Not only did Leo go for a more assembly line method, where other guitar companies, such as Fender's major competitor Gibson Guitars, glued their necks into their bodies, Fender thought what would be an easy way for if a neck broke to repair it. He took a body, he took a neck, and a set of screws, and created not only the first solid body guitar, but the first solid body bolt-on guitar. In the 1970s, Leo Fender sold his company to the CBS Corporation. Wanting to go with a more modern and sleek design, they reinvented his method of production, taking out the notable notch in the body. By the end of the 1980s, CBS had sold the guitar back to Leo Fender, where he reintroduced the notch. While there are many models available currently of the Fender Telecaster, Fender only recognizes 4 of those models. In 1968, a German luthier working for the Fender Corporation created the Fender Telecaster Thin Line. While maintaining the same shape of the body, same body construction, he introduced, like Gibson, wings on the side of a solid body. This created an airier and warmier sound to the guitar. Between the years of 1959 and 1962, Fender created the Fender Telecaster Custom. This same body, same construction, but had a humbucking pickup in the neck and the traditional Telecaster pickup in the bridge. The most notable player of this is Keith Richards, and Keith Richards himself and a Fender Telecaster Custom can be seen through the history of the Rolling Stones. In 1972 to 1982, during the CBS era, Fender created the Fender Telecaster Deluxe. Maintained the same shape of the guitar, same construction, but the notable notch in the body was removed. In 1987, after CBS sold the company back to Leo Fender created the Fender Custom Shop. From '87 until current times, the Custom Shop has been creating works of art with their guitars. Most notably is the Fender La Cabinetta, or in English, the Little Goat. There are many words that can be used to describe the sound, the notable essence of the Fender Telecaster. Ear-piercing, scratchy, brittle, warm, bluesy, mellow. All these terms are what we now call a Fender Telecaster twang. While many companies have created guitars with a similar shape and similar construction, world-renowned players and beginners alike continue to flock to the Fender Telecaster, ensuring its legacy as not only the world's first solid-body electric guitar, but one of the most finest stringed instruments ever created. Thank you.